Right. Good morning. We have a busy day. It's been 2 weeks since our last inspection. And we have a lot of stuff to do. In my personal opinion, the bees are a little bit behind by a couple of weeks because I'm beginning to think about winter. And they need to be slightly bigger in order to make it through winter. Kind of hate to do this, smoking them, because the bees are out in force this morning. They're all hanging out on the outside of the hive, gathering food, coming in and out. The sun isn't even up, and the busy bees are working themselves, just like busy bees should. When I do this, they're all going to run inside and get some honey to stop this foresting. All that beauty. It was 90 degrees last night. Yep. Safety first. Okay, we have bees everywhere. It looks like they have not eaten a large amount of the pollen, dry bee food that I left out. But some, kind of expecting to see like bee tracks in it. I'm not sure that's doing anything. I have another propane tank, but I'm trying to be frugal, which is probably going to waste more of my time than anything else. But I just can't bring myself, when I got a good tank, to go and start using another, because I'm mentally flawed. Alright, here's some smoke. Oh, it looks like it did something. A lot of them went in. It just took them a minute. Now I think I misidentified the frame that I moved before. That instead of being covered in honey, that it was actually covered in brood. If that's the case, it would make sense why they built such a honey frame next to it, because they wanted to have some close by food. It's been 2 weeks. There's a good chance it hatched. But if the queen's been back over, she'd just refill it. But she's never liked it over there yet. So let's see what's going on. The fact that they're preferring their natural food is a good thing. Oops. Bees. They have glued this down as a feeder. Oh. Ow. Well, he didn't like that. That's a sting right off the top. That's a bad start. I guess that's a sign to smoke this up. Smoke them if you got them, boys. Probably not many boys. That goes to show my new glove idea was stupid. They went right through that. That's impressive. Better hive tool. Sharper edges. I'm thinking more smoke. They're not acting unreasonably. They got at mine pretty fast. A little more smoke. Everybody inside. Everybody inside. Okay. See, I'm very concerned about the room. They've been filling up a frame a week, more or less, and it's been 2 weeks, which may be putting us at our limit. I do not want crowded bees. Complete empty frame. Look at that. We got plenty of room there. Looks like they're just starting to do some building on this. But it's a good frame to take out so I can get this other stuff done. One frame over from a big brood. They have filled this out nicely. Look at that, that looks like capped brood. Look, there are larvae. This means everything's going good. It also means the queen's been over here. We are paying extra attention for queen cells at this moment. With that empty frame, hopefully they don't feel too crowded. Wow, that's 2 stings. I'm going for the bigger glove. They seem unhappy with me. I wonder what their problem is today. Let's zip up the hood so they don't get in my face shield. I am amazed that they're so good at finding exposed skin. I guess it's sting life, your life depends on it. Which I really don't want them to. Because it's not good for them. They die at it. I don't want dead bees. I want live bees. I want lots of live bees. I'd like them to be a little happier. Okay, I'm seeing capped honey. And I'm seeing honey and brood. I also want to take some time and look for mites. Mites are a new thing. I just started thinking about them. I got some stuff for some mite treatment. It'd be good to treat for them before it was a problem, so that they could keep growing strong. Okay, it's time to work on that bat frame. Man, they don't like me into this frame. It seems to very much upset them the closer I get to it. Or maybe they just don't have any tolerance for me. The sun isn't even up, and here I am, messing with bees. Yes, I completely misidentified this. This is capped brood. This is not where bees normally like to put brood. We have some drone cells here that are just ginormous. And more, they got brood. We got a lot of broods that have hatched. No, it's good. I'm not changing the order of it this time. It'd probably be happier if I gave them a frame to fill up. You know what? I'm going to put that back next to the brood when this is all over, so that they could fill that with honey and be happier. It's an empty frame, and make a more natural bee environment. I'm a little concerned putting a frame with no cover on it in there, because they keep doing stuff like this. Comb isn't supposed to go in that direction. You silly bees. The other thing that's really wrong with this is whenever I go to harvest, I'm not going to be able to pull these frames out. What I'm going to do is right. No, I'm not. Shoot, looking at this next frame, I put this one in reversed. This way the one that's going sideways will have to go into the next one. So it looks like they decided sideways. Here you go. Okay, this is capped honey. can see lots of honey here. Pull over the mismatch. I definitely misidentified that before. Do a little bit of mite checking here. Never seen a mite before. Ooh, some bee bread. Yay, they're bringing in some pollen. Okay, once again, what we have, sideways comb. This is not good, bees. Quit doing that. Bad bees. Yeah, they're not big fans. Honey. Oh, this is the same frame I just pulled out. Capped honey on this side, on this side, capped honey. We have drone cell. Pollen. Well, apparently they are getting hot pollen. Well, good for you, bees. Oh, here comes the neighbor with his tractor. Tractors are not the thing that bees like the most because they're big and noisy, but they generally stay away. They're also not good for videos because they're big and noisy. Yeah, let's see if these bees are a little happier now. With some more smoke, probably not enough. We have capped honey. We have a couple drones. Another huge drone cell. Those scare me. More huge drone cells. Looking for mites. What I'm not doing so much is looking for the queen, having already seen signs of her. I know she's in there, but I haven't really spent a lot of time looking for her. capped honey, bee bread, a couple drones walking around. I think there's a chance they have been going through that pollen I gave them fairly well. And we're seeing a lot of that. Oh man, that pissed them off. I think it's this morning thing. I don't think they were ready for me. I still have one more frame, and I want to look at this in particular. I am worried about the queen cells. Probably just paranoid. Probably a bit heavy on the smoke there. Only got one more frame to get through. This is an open frame. I'm never putting an open frame by the end again. Hey, I just said I was going to though. So much for that. Okay, this side we got capped honey. Looks like a couple pieces of capped brood. That's still kind of messed up from misdoing it, but I don't need to correct anything. Queen, I bet, is on the other side. Bumped a frame and pissed them off. They're pissing off really early, easily. Today. So when I moved that one frame full of brood that I thought was honey, that was a double mean thing to do to them. They really like knowing where their babies are. Big thing is, I'm going to move it one more frame again and attempt to be nice to them, but they're going to interpret that as mean. What you going to do? I haven't seen mites yet. Seen quite a few more drone cells than I was expecting. But we got everything moved just a couple inches. And they're like I say, space is tight at 75%. It is recommended that you give your bees more space. And I'm into doing what I'm told. So we are putting this on. This should change everything for their demeanor real quick. It looks already like something has happened to the frames. Let's go through and check each one of these real quick. Here's the problem child. nice bee glue to put that together permanently. If I was smart, I would have done it already. Ooh, look, bees coming in here saying, "What's all this new space?" Now, the big thing I have is this bee feeder. In order to get these bees to be slightly bigger, it is my intention to give them food. And one other thing I have is special food that's supposed to encourage hive growth. Here it is. Booster. Da, ba, ba. Not a product placement. We're just going to see how it goes. Because like I say, I think these bees are a couple weeks behind. Which isn't so big a thing if it wasn't for cold Ohio winters. They need to have enough honey and enough bees if they're going to survive the first year. If we haven't taken any honey from these bees, we haven't done anything but encourage them to grow. For the mere fact, we want them to survive the winter. Next year, we may work on getting honey, putting in honey supers, splitting, all those fun bee stuff. But this year, it's all about making happy, healthy bees. And so, we got 1-to-1 sugar water. We have brood booster. We're going to feed these things and see how much of this second box we can get filled up. The extra food is supposed to encourage laying. They have a lot of space. I could do a big hive reorg to better use up the honey and give them more laying space. But I don't want to disrupt them, even though I did move the frame around. I did this filling up outside of the hive because if I mess up, I don't want to drown them. Making this move right here triple dangerous, as I don't want to spill a bunch of water and drown bees. Alright, we have a bee feeder in. We are going to continue the pollen. Looks like there's an ant that likes it too. Oh, I had that thing off the hive. That means they're right in front. That's okay. A couple ants will quickly die at the hands of bees. Let's get these bees off of these honeycombs that I took out. Bees on the wrong side of that. took a bee. That was not my intention. So we've got the feeders in. We got this new super. We've doubled their space. They were getting kind of tight. And we put on some stuff so that hopefully in the next 2 months they can be free. I'm going to have to bring up like a gallon of syrup every time that I come up here to refill this until I feel that there's enough bees. If I could get this bottom and this top full of bees, that'd be pretty good. I'm going to have to pull this whole thing off at once in order to get into the lower one to check the queen cells. I think we're going to be good with this amount of space. We'll find out. We'll see you next time.